So, and I think it's time now to get started. Yeah. So good evening, everybody. I'm very excited about the call because I just finished a call with Germany regarding the same subject. So I'm in my 5-day challenge, 21-day challenge mode right now. And to continue from there with the Quick Start 500. I'm highly excited, Anna. Miki, I always confuse the name. Miki is Anna, and Anna is Miki. And that Miki is also on the call to transport the whole a little bit more in the direction of Gauteng area. And yeah, so what we want to share tonight is basically our feedback from our first time participants, obviously, where we just can start right off. Anna was the very first time now in a 5-day challenge, if I'm not mistaken, or more focused. I think the first week with me, you didn't like me so much, so you wanted to have Liesel's challenge. So you can tell me now what you got out of Liesel's challenge, because you're directing Liesel's team, so this is why it made sense also to follow up there. So you were just, and listen, that can happen with customers as well, or with people on the trial pack, that they get all of a sudden distracted throughout the week, and they just drop a little bit off. And obviously it's good then to have contact with them and to offer them just to do another 5-day. There's nothing wrong with that. So keep that always in mind. Don't be frustrated when a customer is not fully integrated. I had it, for example, this week that also a couple actually, who have started brand new with a trial pack, and they got distracted because of personal issues, what happened in the family. And they just, I followed up on them because I didn't get messages from them anymore, gave them a call, and they just told me the whole story and said, unfortunately, but they would like to go back again in the 5-day challenge, which is cool for me. So they get another trial pack, they get another chance, and we just start again together. So that's not a problem. So long story, Miki, how was for you the 5-day challenge? What did you get out of it when you think of from a perspective, first of all, from a client? When you think now you would be a brand new client, and then on the other hand side, for you from a members or supervisor perspective, from a business point of view, would you just share your thoughts with us?
From a client point of view, I found it a bit difficult to take photos. I started off good, and then afterwards I just wrote whatever I had to eat or drink. If the people is very busy, then it's difficult for them to remember to go onto the group and put their photos and everything. But it is very good in a way that all the other people in the group also has to participate. It's not just one person, so it helps a person to remember, okay, now snack time, I have to take it. So because I forgot all my snack times. These all ask me once or twice, and then yeah. So and then from a member point of view, it's I think I would be the one who get a little bit frustrated if people don't participate.
Okay.
But now that I went through the thing, understanding how it is, I might have a little bit more patience.
Mm-hmm. Super.
Yeah.
I mean, there you see already how important it is to make at least 1 or 2 5-day challenges before you start your own challenge to get that experience. So remember that, please, for all your future members, if they like the 5-day challenge, ideally in the future, client comes through the 5-day challenge and becomes then in the process sooner or later a member. So they know already, but still, to see it from a member's point of view, it's still a learning curve to handle a little bit the frustration, what you said just now, when people don't respond all the time as you want to have it. But interesting enough, what I get as a feedback from all of these people, the quiet people, you should make contact with them, but often you get feedback, I got really value out of that. I really learned, or I was more focused. So through that, we still create some form of awareness, which helps the people anyway in one form or another. Brilliant, brilliant. From a business point of view, how do you see it? Would you like to handle sooner or later own challenges? I mean, 5-day challenges?
Maybe a little bit later, but not at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very 100% hands-on thing, and with the work I'm in now, it's very difficult. Like I explained, that we usually see 17 people a day at work, and then suddenly it went up from 27 up to 41. There was no way we could have gone on the phone. So yeah. And I don't want to be the one disappointing my clients, not writing on the group and things like that.
Sure. It might help when you have a co-coach on the 5-day challenge, which can help out. Yeah, I had it with Germany now. The coach herself, she actually had a huge teeth operation on Thursday, and we didn't expect that she can't talk at all. So she lost her voice through that, everything. So obviously we had to jump in as a co-coach, and we managed, you know. So when you have from the very beginning, when you know you have a demanding job, and you have a co-coach, and this can be a fairly new member who is there, where you can teach already, and that person can take over, and still you can follow up in the evening, that might help. Okay? But anyhow, let's jump a little bit into other feedback. Is that all what you have on mind at the moment to say for how you experienced it?
Just one other thing, that joke that you made for the first week that I was with you. Sorry, it's not that I don't like you.
Thank you.
It was very busy.
Thank you. I had now a whole week a real self-confidence problem, but that really helps me last week.
No.
I love you too again, okay?
Good.
And you know that we are joking, all who are here on the call.
Yeah.
Life is just we need our jokes here. Okay. Let's jump into the feedback from the coaches who ran their first 5-day challenge. Now, Liesl, Bronwyn, Marge, you all had originally before, I just look if we have other also on the call, you all had your experience first from a participant point of view, and you ran now your own 5-day challenges. So just share with us, and maybe Bronwyn, we just make it alphabetical, then it's easy. Bronwyn, you start with your experience now from your 5-day challenge. And I think I sent all of you the questions already before, so that you could prepare yourself a little bit for tonight's call. So how many people or groups did you have as a challenge this week, Bronwyn?
I had one group only. And because I had a few people that dropped off and some deliveries that didn't arrive on time in Joburg for them to start with their shape. So I had one group with 8 participants in it. There was no existing clients, but was one of my coaches and my upline supervisor, Jamson, and my mom. I had them in the group. And then 5 newest people that I did assessments with, and 2 of them previous people that had a shake party, where they didn't immediately go on the 3-day trial or the 6-day breakfast as was presented there. And from the 5 new people, I've had 2 upgrades so far. One that I saw in person, and the other one is just confirmed in this evening on WhatsApp that they're ready to go into the 21-day challenge. And then I've still got 2 more appointments this weekend to see.
Brilliant, excellent. How is your feeling overall, Mrs. Brand, new supervisor?
I was
Running, because I mean, you also have a full-time job, very demanding job. Maybe for Mickey, a little bit background to Bornwyn. She starts early morning around about 5 o'clock to get her exercise done and goes to boot camp. But running her own boot camp is basically she goes there just for exercise, and then she has a full-time job in HR. Which is quite demanding, and has built her business part-time basically in the last 3 months up to supervisor level. So how is the benefit for you? Is there a benefit for you? Do you see there any advantages or disadvantages in the 5-day challenge?
Well, I have to say, I was, like Mickey, just a little bit frustrated. Well, let me put it this way. Coming out of doing the challenge, I was super excited. I was jumping out of my skin to do the actual challenge myself. And then I think I was a little bit disappointed. Maybe my expectations was a bit high. Because I had little excuses like I don't have any airtime, I don't have data. But then I think I took from what you were saying, Bia, that you have to look behind the scenes. You have to look at the fact that people are, the one is mom was sick, the other one is in a call center, so they don't always have, they can't just go on their phone. And actually in my own call center, where they're not allowed to use their phones, by the way, and they no access to Wi-Fi or data, or that was the one reason it's not payday yet. And the other one is the husband just refused to post anything because he was dragged by his wife to do the thing, and it's just not his thing. So I just had to take a deep breath and contact him privately, and he's the one that actually upgraded this evening. So I think that paid off. But I think my biggest thing is to strategize who you put in the groups together. So if you have maybe 10 people, just strategically choose how you put them together. I think that is going to help a lot going forward, because I don't have a lot of time, but I was nervous to do it. But now that I have everything set up in my sort of model group, and the order and everything, I think it's going to run a lot smoother. And I'm looking forward to having total strangers, like the Facebook responses and those, and seeing how the different people respond before I can say anything. But I mean, I think it's a very, very good way to service your clients, to really give them a great experience outside of the breakfast and the 3-day trial. Because for me, starting a 3-day trial is impossible. It's almost impossible, because just have someone start on the Monday and then the Wednesday, it's a lot of running around. And if they're not near me, to go and do a Tanita reading and get great results and then do the upgrades, very difficult. Where I was doing the 6-day breakfast was fantastic, but the 5 days even better, because it's not primarily about weight loss but the education. So I'm very, very, very excited still about doing it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Maybe to emphasize on that as well, and for Mickey especially, when you see people on the 3-day trial, they started like a diet with a beginning and an end, and we know a diet always ends with the holiday, with the weekend and all of that stuff, or when they had a naughty day. Whereas when we create that healthy lifestyle thinking, where they have the shake at least for breakfast, and emphasize on that, especially when you start on a trial pack, there's only enough shake to have for 5 days for breakfast, and they make their starting shake on a Saturday or Sunday. So the huge advantage, what I could see now so far, even in Germany also with the group, that the people, when they go now for holiday, in Germany is still holiday time, they take their shake with them just to have at least for breakfast their shake. Even when they go to a hotel, even when there is a breakfast buffet, and they start to make the healthier choices so that they don't eat the breakfast, they eat basically then later on they still go for breakfast, but they have their shake first thing in the morning, and then they go for eggs and cottage cheese and stuff like that from the buffet. So they make the healthier choices, and it it becomes much faster, actually, a lifestyle. Quite interesting for me to monitor. And this is obviously what you want to have. When you have a customer for a diet, you have a customer for a certain time. So when they just come for weight loss thinking. But when you change that thinking into a healthy lifestyle, you have a long-term customer. You have a customer for life. And this basically makes also the changes then. What we want to achieve with the 5-day and then the 21-day challenge. Thank you for your feedback, Bronwyn. Very, very interesting. Lisa?
Thank you, dear.
I had 2 groups running this week. The one had 6 people in and the other one had 4 people in. The one with 6 had 5 current clients / members. That's the group that Mickey was in. And the other group had 4 people, of which 2 were current clients and 2 were brand new people. With the 6 group, I've got 1 upgrade. And with the 4 group, I've got 1 confirmed upgrade. The other one will get back to me. For me, the challenges worked really, really well because I got to work with a lot of people at the same time. It cuts out a lot of the driving around and running around trying to do assessments for people. Even challenge packs that I dropped off today for people that are starting on a challenge on Monday. She was previously a client and she said, did you bring your scale? Aren't we going to weigh and do measurements? And I said, no, because this is really just about teaching you a couple of healthy habits that you need to learn how to lead a healthy, active lifestyle. So we're just going to focus for the 5 days for you to have a healthy breakfast and little challenges that you're going to learn along the way to help you to ingrain those healthy habits. And exactly what you said now, I said to her, my idea really is that you're in a position that when you get to December, the same doesn't happen as what happened last year where you felt you were on a diet and now when you go on Christmas holiday, you have to take a break from your diet. That's not the point. I want you to feel that you actually have to take your shake with you so that you can still have your shake for breakfast December this year. And then whatever you do the rest of the day, you're going to do. But at least you've had a really healthy, well-balanced meal in. And she said, oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. And it's less pressure. That was her comment to me this afternoon. So I think the thinking that we have with the 5-day challenge and focusing a lot on the healthy breakfast is a great idea. For us as coaches that still use the shake twice a day and that use a lot of other products, those that are looking at doing things a bit more seriously, they'll ask the right questions and you'll know that those are the ones that you then need to focus on a little bit more with intent and get them on a scale and do assessments. So I think it creates a nice balance where it's another filtering mechanism really to filter out the people who are really, really serious and want to work on very specific goals. Where the other guys, I mean, what we ideally want is for people to have shake in their house like they have tea and coffee. So if that's what we achieve with running a 5-day challenge, then that's awesome. We're making sure that people are at least having a healthy breakfast and they're starting to think a little bit more about what they're doing. And it's interesting. I saw with my six people challenge, I saw 3 of them yesterday for follow-up appointments because they're current clients. And they've been on the products for almost a year now already. But just joining a challenge like this and refocusing with what they've been doing, all 3 of them had amazing result. Weight down, body fat down, muscle up, water up, without that actually being the intention or the focus. But just because they had this constant follow-up happening throughout the day. And I wasn't hassling anyone. I know people like Mickey have certain hours that they work and they won't respond. But if I get no response for an entire day, they'll get a private message from me saying, hey, what's happening? Is everything okay? Are you still sticking to the program? And even one of my challengers said she had a really, really tough day. She fell a bit off the wagon. Should she carry on? And my answer was absolutely. You know, that's part of life. You're going to have challenges along the way. It's just about overcoming them and carrying on. And then obviously from the Fit Camp as well, I've got 4 people that are interested in starting in the 5-day challenge. Or not just interested, they've paid their money, they've got their challenge packs, they're starting in the 5-day challenge on Monday. So it's a very easy way to get people interested in starting on a healthy nutrition program. And I think the long-term effects of this and getting people to upgrade to, even if it's just a healthy breakfast, is going to be of big benefit.
Brilliant, super. Thank you very much for the feedback. And it's important for us to keep in mind, from 10 trial packs, we get in average 5 to 7 upgrades. So when we had now 3 people on the trial pack in our challenge, regardless now of customers who are already on the program, we must not expect that 3 people upgrade. So we still have the same figures basically with 15, 10, 5, 1, or if we are getting better, maybe 5 to 7 out of 10 trial packs. So just keep that always in mind. And obviously it starts to shift when we start new challenges with only new people, like Bronwyn said now. Yeah, then you see clearer figures. This is why the tracking becomes now very, very important, so that you always have there an overview. But thank you very much, was also very important feedback. Thank you very much, Liesl. I see Beatrice is in the meantime also on the call. Hi, Beatrice. Can she hear me? Somehow. She's smiling at me.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
Beatrice, you're difficult to understand, maybe on your phone. We just hand over to March now, but it's great that you're on the call, and I know you're busy actually filling up your first 5-day challenge starting on Monday. So it's good that you're here and listen what's going on here. March, you had your first 5-day challenge, and we are also curious to hear, how did you do in Canada with your 5-day challenge? Are the Canadians so different from the South Africans?
I didn't have any Canadians on the challenge. I had one, she's actually a member, but she just buys for herself in Switzerland. And then 2 ladies in South Africa. One has been buying sporadically, has been buying products sporadically from me for a while. And then her daughter joined us. And I had done an evaluation on her for probably 2 years ago. But anyhow, so the 3 of them were on the challenge this week. They gave me lots of things to think about. Asked a lot of questions, especially the lady who hadn't really used the products before. I was very amazed at the things that people think are healthy, like, you know, posting their glass of orange juice, thinking that she's really doing well having a glass of orange juice, and things like that. So she had lots of questions. So a lot of the time I was messaging her privately as well. And even though she had all the slides, you know, what to do, she still didn't, I don't know if she even read the slides. So it was a little bit frustrating at times. She would like to do the challenge again next week. So we're going to do that. And then I've got somebody else next week who didn't get their products in time. So we'll do it again next week. And I'm trying to get a few people, locals here in Canada, to join us. The problem is I might have to do 2 groups because of the time difference. We're 8 hours behind you in South Africa, and Switzerland's the same time as South Africa. So they were fine with the 3 of them being in different countries. And yeah, I enjoyed doing it. I think that it's a great way of doing things, because you've got everybody interacting with each other, and things and learning from each other. So I really think that's a really good way of doing things.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look, I mean, it's challenging when you work that way international, but the interesting part can come in when you have now people from South Africa and somebody develops more and more. that might be the one you can ask, don't you want to lead a group in South Africa, please? And the one in Switzerland, the same. So long term can be, and it must be not that long, that these people become members and lead their own groups, and then basically the problem is sorted and you focus a little bit more on Canada. Interesting what you said just now reminded me to a couple I had on the first German group I was running. So Germany has now taken over their own groups. This is why I don't run one for Germany at the moment, but I'm always a co-coach. But in the very first group I had a couple. And the questions what they had or what they posted was exactly what Marge said right now. I was thinking, do they listen at all what I have sent out as audio? Have they looked at the images at all? Did they look at the snack list? So sometimes I was, like Lisa said, also posting them then quickly a message private. But then they started to communicate with me private, but interesting questions again, where I said, this is valuable for the whole group. Please post in the group the question. It was like a certain fish, if they can eat that fish, which comes in a glass, and stuff like that. And that helped big time then the group. So be careful when you ask too much in a private chat. You have all of a sudden all the members or all the participants in private chats. So rather guide them very quickly back into the group with their question. Hey, that's a valuable question. Let's discuss that. But obviously you also don't want to embarrass the people when they really post all the time. I mean, I think I shared it last time on this group. That guy had 10 slices of bread there and 2 slices of chicken breast. So it was just a little bit too much bread. Even when he wants to gain weight, there was too little protein because it was thin slices of chicken breast, but it was lots of bread. So I helped him to understand basically the importance of protein. So, but it showed me also we take often things for granted. So as much as I was shaking my head and think, oh my goodness, didn't they hear, didn't they listen? But it showed me, hey, there are certain people we take for granted when we say protein. They don't know the heck what is protein. And they didn't know that you can tap with the finger on the image and the image opens up. Or that you can, with your fingers, enlarge basically the image. So when I shared with them, then I realized we take it for granted that people know how to take a photo. We heard that later on. It's a problem sometimes with taking a photo or to go along with these images. So it's the little things sometimes where we discover then where we can help the people a little bit more. But great feedback. I think this is for all of us, the learning curve, and see it of the beginning of when you really like the 5-day challenge, then and you sign up for it, that you want to do it continuously, then do it with all your heart, but do it also for the next 90 days, continuously, because this is the only way. This is how we learn swimming. This is how we learn to drive a car. It's by jumping into the water or jumping into the car and start to do it over and over and over again, till it became a routine that you do it automatically and that you're more prepared for the questions and the little hiccups which comes up or the people who don't respond, what to do. So this is now, and I offer it already, we should do, from my opinion, at least once a week, a quick follow-up call, and it will be shorter and shorter, but just that we know, okay, where was this week's challenge? How can we fix that? What have you done? And to see and to go a little bit forward. Perfect. Thank you, Marge, for your follow-up or for your feedback from Canada. Highly interesting how you run an international group with time difference. Do we have anybody else on the call which I haven't heard yet? Okay, I think Kasim is working shift because he was also running a group, and Karianne has a little bit of problem with a tummy bug, so we just excuse them for now. Mia excused herself also, but I can give you quickly the feedback from them. Maybe that's interesting for you as well. So I asked them the same questions. I'll just go quickly into the WhatsApp, what I had there. So I asked Carrie Ann, how many people groups did you have in the challenge this week? She had 2 brand new people. She had 2 challenges running, one challenge, and she had 2 people on her own. The group was basically filled also with my people. Did you have existing clients in the challenge? Yes. Did you have new trial candidates in the challenge? Not yet. Did you see them personally? Yes, she did the follow-up personally. And her 2 people want to continue on the 21-day challenge. And Ria's feedback was, let me see that quickly. Oopsie. Your people want to go, Carrie Ann's people want to go in the 21-day challenge. I will tell you just now something to the 21-day challenge. So Ria, she said, I had 2 groups with 6 people each. Coaches thought it was a great way of keeping track and being accountable for what they eat and drink. However, they mentioned that they did not always have the ingredients to eat clean. I had 2 new trial candidates on the challenge, and they upgraded to shake and tea. I did see the 2 new candidates personally before and after the trial. They were really impressed on how informative the slides and the voice messages were. The selfies helped them to follow the challenge strictly, made it fun, and gave them ideas on what to snack. So far to the feedback. So important, if you have or want to get new participants for your next 5-day challenge, is daily activity. In which way you do it, if this is Facebook, WhatsApp, Stand, use Word Talk. So the daily activity is important to fill the 5-day challenges. Obviously, some of us have old customers, meaning old customers which have stopped on the product, or we just have that feeling they are not consistent on the products, they don't get the results anymore. We want to reactivate them. These are the right people to invite. And obviously with members exactly the same to reactivate. And obviously with that flow, the more you create that flow, we have the situation that the people want to invite now their friend, their boyfriend, their husband, their colleagues, yeah. So this is the ideal. So the Friday, the Thursday, Friday is very important in the 5-day challenge to encourage more and more that thinking, who do you invite for Monday? And then the participant, obviously, remember always when you start off somebody in the challenge, the participant must have the trial pack, or if it is an existing customer, that they have the shake and the tea for at least 6 days, obviously. What I have discovered, what is a good trick basically for those who have shake and tea, you sometimes don't know how much is left in the tin from a customer who is existing or from a member. What I ask them to open the tin and take a photo. And that helps you big time to understand either they have nothing at home and you don't want to have somebody just cheating on the call, then they must get their products, or at least even on a member's level that they get the trial pack. If it is like month end and I don't have the money, then get the trial pack and start like a normal customer. If not, they don't get value out of it and you don't do them any favor. So don't trick yourself by, oh no, I take you in, no problem, then you learn at least. That's nonsense. You trick yourself and you don't help them at all. Okay? Any questions on that? Cool. No. So the goal of the 5-day challenge is basically that they continue after the 5-day challenge into the 21-day challenge. The 21-day challenge starts on a Monday. Obviously, we finish on a Friday and it starts on a Monday. So the 21-day challenge is something where you don't start all the time a new challenge. If not, we have a little bit too many challenges ongoing. So my discovery right now is I take new people in the existing 21-day challenge. And my suggestion already for those who have done at least 1 or 2 5-day challenges, we take them on into the existing 21-day challenge, or like Liesel has already started with the 21-day challenge. If you want to, Liesel, you can start already your own 21-day challenge for Win as well. And I just need to really jot down the script correctly, because it is with a lot of handwritten notes in the meantime now. But obviously I can make that during the course of the weekend, so that you can get started your 21-day challenge on Monday and start your own people basically on the 21. And when you continue with 2 weeks 3, then you see also the flow of the rest basically of the 21-day challenge. But the idea is that you basically every Monday, those who have finished with their 5-day, you take them into the 21-day challenge. And those who have finished their 21-day challenge, they either stay in the 21-day challenge and it starts again, or some of them might say it's a little bit too much now, I'm on track, I feel great, and you stay on a weekly basis with them in touch. That can also happen. But mainly they like basically to stay. They might get a little bit more quiet, but they like to stay and just create that awareness all the time around nutrition. So the 21-day challenge, you will see, is a little bit less images which are sent. It's still the audio in the evening, which gives you a little bit more background knowledge. Will go a little bit more into detail, but you experience it by yourself. As soon as when you start a 21-day challenge is when you have finished your first week of the 21-day and you have already people who have completed their 5-day challenge. You never take somebody directly in the 5-day challenge. I had it now with a lady who is with me in the group, and she said, I want to continue now on the 21-day challenge, and my husband also want to go into the 21-day challenge. I said, no, your husband goes into the 5-day because he wasn't with us in the 5-day. You can go in the 21-day challenge. So still stick there to the plan. Everybody has to do first the 5-day. And even when there are existing customers, 5-day challenge first and then the 21-day challenge. Obviously, what is necessary to participate in the 21-day challenge is, as I said, completed the 5-day challenge, but then also the upgrade to shake and tea. So if they don't upgrade at least to 1 shake, 1 tea, which lasts for 21 days, if they have it for breakfast, then it does not make sense to put them into a 21-day challenge. So also be a little bit clear there. So when somebody comes out of the 5-day challenge and had a trial pack, then they upgrade to shake and tea. You might want to recommend them, because it's for weight loss, 2 shakes a day, that you're a little bit more now. After the 5-day, you might want to suggest, hey, you came for weight loss, now we can emphasize a little bit more the weight loss, and later on we can go back to the healthy breakfast. Do you like to have 2 shakes a day to make it a little bit easier, because you're so busy all the time, makes your life much easier? So this is how we can basically explain them 2 shakes, but the upgrade. And remember, please, for those who run the 5-day challenges, on Monday, when you start the 5-day challenge, agree with your trial candidates for an appointment on the telephone or personal for Thursday. This is the moment where you want to discuss the upgrade. And you have the script for it also in your script, what to say on the telephone or what to say in a personal conversation. Very important, yeah? And then it continues from there, basically, in the flow to create that whole momentum. So it's not just I do a 5-day challenge and that was it. You must always have the end in mind when you want to build a business. And our business is all about creating royalties, building a sustainable business where everybody can duplicate you, to make it simple. And this is why I am so excited about the 5-day Eat Clean challenge, that now, for example, Bronwyn, who is 3 months in the business, can run already a 5-day challenge. That Beatrice, who is now a month in the business, started 6 weeks ago on the products as a customer, signed 2 weeks later up as a member, but she has now already more and more people on the trial pack, And she has now basically a script to follow for the follow-up, takes her people in the 5-day challenge. And I'm relieved because I know exactly what she's doing in the 5-day challenge because she follows the script. But obviously, to create that whole momentum, we don't want to forget the big circle, which is all about activity, which leads to the trial pack. If the activity is like Liesl doing the boot camp, promoting the boot camp like crazy, or Bronwyn loves her Facebook messages, Beatrice loves to go out and talk to people, there's the button, this is how she gets your candidates. It's all up to you, but still keep in mind it's the 15 wellness assessment or 15 people who are interested to join for the 5-day Eat Clean. And when it comes to the day with the payment and getting the challenge pack, it should be 10. Now 10 can be your weekly goal, that you fill up a group with 10 people per week, or it can be your monthly goal. Completely up to you, that you divide it up and say, okay, I have per week a group with 5 or however, but have a clear number in mind and start to track it. If you don't track it, you don't know the outcome. And obviously we want to build the business with 500 PPV consecutive month plus 2 new members, meaning developing for a member to qualify the right way with the right architecture for supervisor with 2,000 downline volume. And this is what we can create through duplication. So people goes basically who meet you, who want to get started on the trial pack, they go into that yellow circle 5-day Eat Clean WhatsApp basic education. For me, that's a basic education what we do in the 5-day Eat Clean. We educate the people about the basic principles when it comes to nutrition and how to mix the shake and mix the right, take the right milk, and all of these little things is there in the 5-day Eat Clean. From there, the client brings ideally accountability partners on board for the next 5-day challenge. Yeah. So in our challenge, when you discover the slides and look back at the slides, it's a lot on Thursday, Friday about who do you invite for the next challenge. And when we have our focus there, that the people bring people for the 5-day challenge, it's probably much easier for a customer to invite somebody from doesn't matter where they come for the 5-day challenge, instead of bringing them to a certain place. They can invite now a friend from anywhere. Hi, Jacqueline from Prince Albert. And then basically from there, when they have done their first 5-day Eat Clean challenge, they go into the 21-day program or challenge. And ideally, they repeat the 5-day because they have now new people in the 5-day. Even when they are just a client, you want to encourage them as an accountability partner to stay in the 5-day, but they can start also now for their own further education on the 21-day challenge. So this means the 21-day challenge is there to create really the healthy habits. Habits you change in 21 days, and this is built on that. And obviously also to create more excitement around their Herbalife program they are using, around healthy active lifestyle, excitement about their results. It gives you now the opportunity also to post there the results, what they are having when you see them in a personal conversation. And from there you want to invite the people then sooner or later, better sooner than later, to the Quick Start 500. And this is then for the existing client, for the excited client after the 5-day or latest after or within the 21-day challenge, that you discover, wow, my client is so involved and my client brings along new people for the 5-day challenge. I want to ask them now if they don't want to have a look what we do as coaches and invite them basically for the Quick Start 500. And Mickey, there are good news for you. We have it, and for Jacqueline, we have the Quick Start 500 also online, meaning this is now that you can build a team for duplication as well, where we explain even how we do a wellness presentation. Bronwyn has assisted me there a couple of times already online, where we share with the people exactly what we are doing. And it's quite exciting, online and offline. So we have it tomorrow live again. We have it on a Tuesday live. But it's not anymore to say for the people who live far away, oh, we have nothing, you have everything. We have every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock on the dot for 1 hour to Start 500. And we have the experience already with Hasim, for example. He uses it massively, that he has guests on it, because from Mitchell's Plain, the people cannot drive all the time to Cape Town, especially not at night time. And everybody was always a win, meaning the people were excited and the people wanted to sign or signed up in the meantime. So we have there the confirmation already that also online works the same as offline. So I'm very pleased about that. And from there, it leads that we invite the people, if possible, to the business building seminar and customer day, which is then huge excitement, because then the people see really the bigger picture. Like, we are all excited to go to the extravaganza. This is our big picture, or the LDW. For a customer or brand new member, the BBS and customer day is like the huge extravaganza, and to see that bigger picture. And from there it leads, because now we build up our brand new member within 3 to 4 or 5 months up to a supervisor level. And there they can go to the leadership development weekend, which shows for them the next bigger picture. Or talking from now, the LDW is only next year, but the extravaganza has on Friday a supervisor section. So this is basically our part where we can help our people to grow into that next further education as well. So this is the flow around it. If you don't have that complete flow in your mind from the beginning till the end, and if you don't use all these different steps, you might be just a little bit a salesperson selling a product here and then. You might play a hobby with Herbalife, but you don't have a complete structure to build, or right architecture to build a profitable house, which leads from a client up to building royalties, and give basically your client who becomes tomorrow a member a foundation where they can build on. So this is the complete flow. Do you have any questions about that?
All good from my side, thanks, Bea.
Or comments about it? How do you like the flow?
Sounds good.
So the most important part is basically just to fill the funnel at the end, and this goes back to the tracking. So you will find no business which is not combined with tracking. And again, the tracking has nothing to do with controlling. The tracking has to do with getting hands onto your own business. So better get that started. This is one of the success secrets from Bronwyn, I must say. Because of her tracking and sharing that all the time with me, we could basically look all the time where we can make an adjustment. And Bronwyn, you can confirm, and on this stage, maybe I never say to you, you did too little or you did too much.
No, never.
So it was basically more looking, this is the tracking sheet I'm talking about. It was basically more looking at the conversion, and where can we help with the conversion. And even sometimes with frustration, there are people who are not yet on the call, but I got from them the tracking sheet, and it was like, Bea, actually, I don't want to send you my tracking sheet because there's not a lot on it. And basically where the frustration came from, they had a lot of wellness evaluations, they had a lot of trial packs, but no customer conversion. And they were frustrated about it. It came even to tears. But not sharing that is brain damage, and it's actually like you kill yourself, because you want to learn when you can't do certain things. So it helps basically your mentor when they see the tracking sheet, where can I give you specifically more training, more backup, more help instead of saying, hey, there's only 2 and you should do 10. This is not our job. We are not your boss. You're your own boss. You decide the numbers you want to make. But from the conversion, we can basically see, yeah. And Bronwyn has developed that beautiful habit that she just takes a photo when she writes names on her tracking sheet. She makes immediately a photo and sends it across to me. And this is what I suggest to all of you to do the same, and send it directly to your mentor. Send it to me if you want to work directly with me. But have a mentor who can help you to build your business in the right flow. If you don't do that, you lose out basically. You don't win anything. You actually hide your success. You don't look at your success you could have. And I know it for myself. And what I do in return is, when somebody sends me the tracking sheet, I send my sheet back as it is right now. And sometimes it looks great. Sometimes it looks not that good, yeah? So we all have our circumstances where we have a little bit more new people and sometimes not. But when you send me a sheet, I can't cheat on my sheet. I just take immediately a photo and send it back to you so you can see where I'm standing. And this is how we can learn also from each other. Especially now with the 5-day challenge, your conversion rate might be much better than my conversion rate. We don't know right now. Because I'm 22 years in the business, that means nothing. So we can learn each day from each other. This is why we all go still to trainings, and we learn sometimes from the brand new people more than from the oldies. So please consider that when you do the tracking sheet, and share with your mentor to really get hands onto your business. And the most important part comes with the tracking basically, is that it is about duplication. When you start to track your business, you can expect it from your downline members to track their business. And you can show it to your downline also that you have a tracking sheet. It's difficult to ask for something what you don't do by yourself. But when it's all like a team, hey, I show you mine and you show me yours, then it's easy, and then it's not about who has done more. It's not about competition. It's more about helping each other to grow the business. So this is just a short journey in direction of the tracking sheet for all those who want to start the challenge. Because I had that now in my German group, even when we say it in the beginning, everything is written down in a script. So this is what I opened here just now, which you should see now. It says how to start your own 5-day Eat Clean challenge. And it tells you everything. It gives you ideas about the marketing. It gives you ideas about what to text to somebody when they answer now on Facebook and it's somebody you don't know, how to answer this WhatsApp message. Then it tells you exactly which price to ask for when the people order the pack with delivery from you. And then it says after first contact and they have paid, send 4 images to encourage your challenger to invite friends. So it gives you all the information you need. It says setting up your challenge Friday or Saturday. Send 5 images and text plus audio 1 personally to each person who has a challenge pack. So everything is there. What you need to do is, and this is maybe the biggest challenge, what I have seen now with people who start a new challenge and are the coach now of a new challenge, is to read. Just read and follow the script, please. If you could do me that big favor, it's everything is there. So some of the guys who started now a challenge, who are not on the call right now, so I can talk about it, they made their life very difficult because they went back to my first challenge and started to write down the audio instead of looking at the script.
Oh no.
Everything is written down, so they were so stressed out after day 2 because you know how you write from a recording, stop and write and stop and stop. And I was, oh my goodness, just read. So please, when you want to get started a challenge, and this is to you now, Jacqueline, I'm ready. I want to start a challenge, and congratulations to you. I really know that you can do that, but just follow really the script. The huge what Bronwyn and Liesl has now, and also myself, because we started already a challenge and took it through for 1 week or the 5 days, we have basic now set up a standard group. So what we do with our standard group is we delete all the messages which were in between and just keep our audios and keep our images there. And now you have a flow already there. So for your next 5-day challenge the following week, there's no stress anymore with recording audio, because now you have your recording, you just copy from here into the other challenge, and you just watch and monitor what the others basically post, what they eat, what they drink, and so on, and motivate them basically in between. So you're then more, the first week you're more focused on what you're doing. From there, the next challenge will be more focused on how you help your people and what they post. So it will be very, very easy then. And you will see the same as with the 21-day challenge, when you just get into a little bit things and you don't be too fussy anymore about people who don't respond all the time. It comes a little bit a magic flow into the whole thing. It's absolutely exciting. So that's from my side so far. Any questions? Any more questions?
Pia?
Yeah.
So with the wellness evaluations now, like the ones that you do with the 6-day breakfast and, the healthy breakfast, do you recommend that we sort of do away with a 3-day trial and just go straight to everybody straight into a eat clean challenge straight away, rather than and do away with the 6-day breakfast and the 3-day trial?
I personally only offer the 5-day challenge now.
Okay.
I just want to have, for me personally, but this is a personal decision. And sorry, I should have said that in the very beginning. Some of you don't like the 5-day challenge. Probably. It's cool. You're successful with what you do already. Continue with that. Not a problem. So I don't want to force on you that everybody has to do the 5-day challenge. If you love what you do and you're successful with it, then stay with it. If you enjoyed the 5-day challenge and you find value in it, then you still can juggle between 3-day, 6-day, 5-day. I just found it a little bit a confusing message for my customer and for my brand new members. And this is why everybody who comes in, even when they come for weight loss, I say, that's brilliant. We start on the 5-day Eat Clean challenge. This is how it works, and take them in there, because it makes my follow-up and everything a little bit structured. And honestly, those who I have, honestly, I'm always honest, what I have seen, these people I had in the 5-day challenge, and I have done the assessment before and after. So what I do basically, when the people are local, I still see them and say, come quickly, I have tomorrow somebody coming, yeah? And I say to them always, come jump quickly on the scale that I have your start readings. We don't focus now on weight loss, but at least I have your start readings. I even take their centimeters. And then I see them on Thursday again, take again their measurements. And we always, like Lisa also confirmed, we have to celebrate because they have lost weight or centimeters. There's always great results. I had yesterday a lady, in 5 days, she lost 2.1 kilo and 21 centimeters.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but we weren't focused on weight loss. We were focused now, first we get our eating clean in order, and we focus on having the shake for breakfast. And she even said, Bea, I didn't get all the snacks right. I wasn't too good this week. Yeah. But we had great results. And no question, she upgrades now. She feels amazing. She's absolutely excited. She will go into the 21-day challenge. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Bronwyn. So when possible,
Yes, thank you.
I make the measurements before and after, but I take it very relaxed with the people that they're not focused on the scale at all. And I think that is even the magic point, because they are not focused, they are just focused following everything on the 5-day challenge, that we get so much good response.
Okay. Thank you, Bea.
Pleasure. How's the pillow?
Very comfortable.
I can see it. I'm sitting here on the desk and some of you are lying on the bed. I'm getting I must
Sorry.
change. No problem.
Sorry.
I change in the future. I lie with you also in bed when I do a call. Okay, in the meantime, I have opened you also that the little script what we have as well for our challenge people when we want to talk with them about the upgrade. So look really at the script. That script works also brilliantly, especially when you don't see the people directly and talk with them on the phone, or especially when you don't know them personally. Cool. Any more questions? Any more comments?
Fine, my side. Thanks, Bea.
Perfect. Could we agree, would that be all right for you that we keep one call a week for now to just have quickly always an update, how is it going? And especially for the new people also who you have as members on the 5-day Eat Clean Challenge who want to continue then also having their own groups, that we can invite them to the call to learn there about all our experiences and little challenges we have within the challenges. Would that be right for you?
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, then we just keep the same time. If there are any changes, I'll let you know. But for now, just stick to the Friday at 8 o'clock, and it might be a little bit more relaxed than in the future, step by step, or even that you run your teams by yourself. But I think for now, for the next couple of weeks, that we just have always a good feedback and get inspired also from each other and learn from each other would be great. Then I'll say thank you very much for all your time.
Thank you, Bea.
Appreciate your feedback. You have a great evening, great weekend. For you, good luck tomorrow, Bronwyn. But I see you.
Thank you, Bea.
And to Canada, have a great day. And for all the others,
thank you.
And a good night.
Thanks, Bea.
Thanks, Bea. Thanks, everyone.
Bea.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.